Hey, welcome to another episode of the Black Guy Who Tells podcast. I'm your host, Rod, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Karen.
and we're live in the Saturday morning, ready to give you guys some feedback to your feedback. It's an episode where we talk about all the things you had to say throughout the week to the things that we had to say throughout the, last 2 weeks, actually. The official weapon of the show is the folding chair and the unofficial sport.
Bullet ball.
A bullet ball, extreme. A couple of just announcements up front. We're going to do we're gonna go through our Spotify Wrapped for Creator today.
Woohoo!
And YouTube also sent us something, like a
Ooh.
YouTube Wrapped or whatever.
That one too.
So we'll do that as well.
Yay.
And then also, I believe I can announce it now that, Black Friday's over, all that stuff, which went great. Thank you, everybody who signed up.
Thank you so much to everybody that signed up.
It always does us good. Y'all always come through. And
shout out to all the new people that's going to get to enjoy us for the first time. Welcome. It is plenty of shit for you to listen to that you probably never heard of before.
And the people that switched over from the main thing on our website to Patreon.
Yes.
So just, upcoming announcements for everybody. For the premium people, I'm working on some stuff on the website that is going to change a little bit. Hopefully you won't experience much of a change, but it's going to change some things on the website by how the premium stuff is kept, because the people that made the plugin that I'm using now just stopped supporting it and just completely vanished from the internet. And so it made it where our website would say, depending on what browser you're in, hey, this website is not secure or whatever. And it is secure. It's just they didn't update the last membership thing to the newest version of WordPress. It's a bunch of technical bullshit that I don't truly understand.
Right.
I've had to pay some people to look at our website and upload new stuff, and now I got to go learn that new stuff. So it may be a bit of an ordeal, but hopefully I'm gonna email everybody that is premium to let them know on the website.
Yeah.
Hey, if you having issues, email me, but we'll figure it out. Whatever I have to do. So that's one thing. The second thing is we're going to be in Vegas.
Yes, baby. I've never been before. I'm really excited about this trip. I already requested the time off. Bitches, I ain't gonna be here.
We're going to Vegas from April 9th to the 12th next year to participate in Pod Jam 3. I guess it's the third annual Pod Jam with Pete Dominic, who has Stand Up with Pete, which is a show we're going to be on next week. We will keep you posted with a link or where you can find us on that. But Pete is a person that we kind of met through JL Covan, who goes on there all the time. I've listened to many episodes where JL's been on there. Always funny, always good. And Pete has a cool, good audience as well. Progressive, liberal audience. We think there could be a lot of synergy between our audience and theirs.
Right.
And we've never been to Vegas. This podcast is taking us places that we just never even put on. In my real life, I was I don't know if I'll ever get to go to Vegas, but it's something I like to do.
Agreed.
And so it's a 3-day event. We'll be live podcast. There's gonna be a party at some point, and we're gonna be there the whole 3 days. We're up for all of it. So we can't wait to do this. I will post on our social medias and on our website. There's a QR code where you can get your tickets. There's these promotional flyers and all that stuff. I will absolutely send that to everybody so that y'all can, can have fun with us and hang out and do whatever people do in Vegas. I don't know what happens in Vegas. I heard it stays there. So how would I know?
Ain't that the truth?
Unless somebody was snitching. But yeah, I can't wait for that event, man. And honestly, man, we need a little bit of that in 20 2026 is when that'll be.
Yes.
Like it's you know, you guys have looked around. Y'all seen the world.
Ain't that the truth?
Like
Y'all seen what's happening and gotta
yeah.
put some joy out there somewhere.
I feel like we all could use anything at this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're looking forward to that, and I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised and stuff. I will, like I said, I'll put the QR code and all of that stuff in the notes or whatever. Because I don't think you can scan it. I mean, I guess you can scan it from this video if I show y'all
Probably can.
I guess some of y'all could. I guess I don't know. I'll show y'all. I'm gonna show it to y'all. Here's the QR code. That's what it looked like. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that up there for a couple seconds while we talk. But if you need to scan that and be like, bam, I'm gonna be in Vegas, baby. That's how you do it. This won't be the only time that we mention or promote this. So obviously we'll be there for that. This is the flyer. Okay, you can see we're gonna be up in there. Rod and Karen from the Blackout Tips.
Snap.
JL Covan, which is gonna be interesting because, like, will he still be running for office?
Right.
Will he have to cancel because the JL jinx will now be he won a seat in Congress? Like, I don't know.
Right, he fuck around and win.
You guys are watching the bridge as it's built. Okay, well, you never know with JL.
He gonna be like, I got real responsibilities, y'all. I can't be doing this comedy shit no more.
Yeah, but either way, we gonna be there. We gonna have a good progressive ass time.
Right, regardless if JL makes it trying to be responsible or not.
So those are our announcements, and like I said, check our social media, check our website. We will have all that stuff on there. I guess with no further ado, we can start getting into the feedback stuff. There are people who write in to talk to us, and we want to talk back to them. And there are also people that give us money. They just go to blackouttips.com, look on the right hand side, and they decide, I'm gonna donate to this show. I just want to put something on. I want to support the show monetarily through PayPal, any denomination, any amount of times. We give you a shout out, and that's what we're gonna do right now.
May I have your attention? You are now listening to Charlotte's own Rod and Karen. We welcome the good folks who tithe to the Black Guy Who Tips.
That's right. New dough, new hoes. You know what? You guys tried. It's hard. I've done a million of these, and they're different. Everyone's different. Tiffany B, Palmetto Stone Magic, Alfonso M, YR Design. Thank you. We got a one-time donation from Kim W, who says, hi Rod, this donation is for 2 subscriptions for listeners who had to cancel due to hardship. If you already had those people covered, then the funds can be used to cover anyone seeking a subscription. Listen, enough of y'all did this. Y'all covered everybody. And I now have like 6 or 8 bonus subscriptions. So if you're a person that's just for what you either had to cancel or you just want to peek behind the paywall, you can get a year of premium for free $99 right now until we're out of these. Email me theblackouttips@gmail.com. Yeah. The Patreon is the way I would prefer to set it up, just so I can send you a link. You sign up and now you have it on Patreon. You can use the app, you can use the RSS feed. But if you would prefer the website, I can do that as well. But email us. I need to do a complete tally, but I want to say people went over like 6 or 8 of these. Like, it wasn't just like they went over by a couple. Like, people were still donating for other folks to get behind the paywall. So
thank you so much.
David C, as what is Yahoo doing? I don't want to see snow on my mail. Move on. David C, return donator.
It said Merry Christmas, Rob.
Right, Merry Christmas to all the listeners. Kyle K, Jasmine J, James C, Bambi, Dr. Professor Bambi, Kimberly the Falcons Diva, Jason F, Ken M, Zachary from the Living Corporate Podcast, Lawrence C, Christoph R, Preston from the Slang of Ages Podcast, Adam S, Mariano, Jason F, Joe H, Tyrone M, call him, Dorothea S, Michael Irvin the Playmaker, and Waste Bees by Sura. Woo, Finished right before the song ends. Damn, I never made it this far.
I don't think I made it. It done got jazzy.
Ooh, I'm about to pass out. I'm about to get on the floor. All right, let me stop before I start speaking in tongues. All right.
That's when you know it's serious.
We have some 5-star reviews, so you won't be getting a commercial break right now. We got
Let's go, y'all.
4 5-star reviews.
Woohoo!
I'm just here so I don't get fined, says L Boogie. I volunteer as tribute this week so we don't get extra ass laughing emoji. My absolute favorite podcast. I love the dynamic between Rod and Karen. Thank you.
Thank you.
By Gritsual is the title of this episode from No Lies Found Here, who says, review says, great if you don't mind being harassed for having an advanced taste palette or for being a ride or die for America's team. So I guess Cowboys and Sugar Grits. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with Sugar Grits from time to time. How about them Cowboys? Listen, whatever.
How about them Cowboys?
Whatever you said to keep the commercials going, fine. I don't care.
Shout out to you, baby. You prevented commercials this week.
You want to live in delusion? That's your life. Big Vibe Check says City Chicken. I think I'm going to start using this podcast as a vibe check for new friends. Rod and Karen is such a huge part of my life at this point. Whenever I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't get mad with hatred or stupidity, I know I can just wait for their sweet voices to reassure me that I'm not alone. Oh, hasn't gone mad. I said doesn't get mad. I was like, we all getting mad. But yes. I mean, politics till we get mad. But yes, we haven't been driven crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I like to stay grounded in reality. Like, it's okay to get mad, but you can't get mad and be bad and just go to the extreme like a mad scientist. We don't want none of that happening.
Mm-hmm. We haven't crashed out like Michigan's coach.
Oh,
5 stars. Ant from Savannah says, long time listener who finally decided to put 5 on it.
Ow.
2 of the best podcasters to ever do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Podcast Hall of Fame. Hit us up. What we gotta do to get submitted, man?
What we got to do, dog?
Is it cause we black? How long we gotta do it? Y'all afraid we gonna get on stage and take a knee? I'll sell out. I'm a coon. I'll be just like Stephen A. Smith when I get the award. I'm gonna be like, and shame on black people, it's their fault. And then y'all can give me 5 awards.
I will not.
The audience will understand.
I will not allow that foolishness.
I'll be like, racism. And if it is, I ain't seen it.
No, sir.
Come on, white people, give us our awards. All right, 5. We had comments on the first episode from over 2 weeks ago. This was November 29th was our feedback show. Debate and Switch 3191. 9 comments. Appia says a gun in your hand against multiple bears, especially when you are not an experienced hunter, might be helpful as a CQRD in your hands that says card in your hands that says I'm not an employee here, so legally you are not allowed to eat me. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't believe that the bears can read.
You know what? I think they're illiterate too. I might be wrong.
I mean,
we fuck around and get a smart one, we out in trouble.
Don't let the propaganda of Yogi and Smokey make y'all think bears can read. They can't.
No, they can't.
And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but if I was on a remote island to admire the beauty of nature, having to kill a bear that maybe has a family with young cubs, but also pretty much kill my mood, and not make me feel especially great. Maybe even wondering what I was doing with my life. And how was your vacation? I'd be great. I made some endangered bear cub orphans, but at least I made my point and I did not back down. Rona Raphael says, see, even now the experience with hunting in the world is of no use when faced with them Coca-Cola bears. The only saving grace is one who speaks orcas to be present if only the Blackout Tips Nation knew such a person. We still don't.
No, we do not.
Appia says, I also never cheated because I found it easier to learn than to be stressed cheating. My best cheating story is when my friend B and I studied for a construction law test together. I passed, she failed. I asked what happened. We studied exactly what was in the test. B said she could look at the test in front of a girl in front of us, and because she looked super boring, she thought she studied more than us. Boring looking girl also failed. Don't judge knowing about construction law by the level of looking boring, I guess.
Apparently so.
That's what I always say. It's a great phrase to live by. Don't judge the knowing about construction law by the level of looking boring. That's what I put it on a t-shirt because people can relate to it.
Come on, the level of looking boring. There's a lot of boring ass people that live a lot more adventurous lives than you think they are.
Well, I think in this case, whether she was living an adventurous life or not, she was stupid. She missed the answers on tests. She could be boring and dumb.
Agreed.
Sean says, great voicemail about learning how to think. I was talking with a student about just that topic last week. Other than managing Ninja, I also do teacher training courses, and understanding how to encourage critical thinking and support the problem solving process is essential in life. Rona Raphael says, I see what you did with the polls. What was the poll? The poll was pigeon genocide, yes or no. Okay. I see what you did with the polls. After crucifying me more than the prophets Jesus and Peter combined, I knew that you were into the roasted pigeon life. I know my family. Don't fall for no pigeon propaganda. Ain't no genocide happening. You said the words genocide. You said it. I didn't make it up. Chickens die every day. Zero genocide talk. Proposed to kill a few pigeons and genocide alarms go off. Well, that's because we were talking about invasion seats, like it was like invasive species. So they don't be like, let's cut the levels down to a level of whatever. When people talk about invasive species, they be talking about killing them all.
Yeah, just eliminating them.
The ancestors didn't die for this, though. The fire, all pigeons shall go through the fire. All pigeons shall go through the fire. Please play the great singing one last time for 2025. Great start to December, and welcome to the end of 2025. Yeah, I got you, man. Here you go.
Through the fire.
That damn singing.
EVE says, I think we're all worried about the wrong animals. Forget about pigeons and bears. We need to be watching out for raccoons. And I'm not talking about the Jason Whitlock types. No, those animals that dig in our trash cans with built-in rubber masks. They're trying to become domesticated so we can take them into our home. I can't trust any animal in my house with opposable thumbs. Hashtag don't let the coons win 2026.
Fuck around and be opening up all your doors and shit. No, thank you.
Abia says, how European of you. Raccoons are here seen very critically because it's an invasive species from North America that came to our sweet continent to bring American lifestyle to us if we want it or not. We mostly don't want it, at least the raccoon way of it.
Well, the raccoons came over there and started robbing y'all like America do everywhere they go. Just rob
colonizing
and take his resources.
Colonizing. I don't know. I was about to agree with my good sister and I caught myself. Could this be a move by Arby's to throw us off their scent? I don't know. Got to open my third eye first. If you tell what Arby's steak meat is, I support this movement. Yeah, it's raccoon meat. Don't listen to him. Don't trust Evie. Tommy D says, ahoy, y'all. I just have some random stuff to say. Oh, okay, well, I'll skip it then because they ain't got nothing to do with that podcast. What? It's not a journal. I just thought of something. Hilarious. Rick and Morty sounds like rigor mortis and stiffening of a dead body. Was that purposeful? I don't know. Okay. With Netflix buying WB, what changes will happen to CNN? Will HBO Max change to HBO Flix? More importantly to me, what are they going to do with DC Comics and Mad Magazine? Maybe they will actually advertise a comic. At least they are not part of Disney. That would have been terrible for the comic industry. One last thing about movie start times. I just want y'all to know, we not lacking for content.
We got plenty of shit to talk about, I promise you.
Yeah, you can just keep to what we had said this week without the random just dumping of comments. We already do the banter segment.
Man, I got something to add. That's hilarious.
One last thing about movie start times. I wanted to walk on the wild side, so I ordered my tickets early on the app and didn't leave the crib till actual start time. I drove 2.5 miles to the mall, stopped at the concession stand for nachos, cherry coke with a splash of lemonade, and strolled into my seat. All of that, I still had to sit through 3 commercials. How is someone who buys popcorn still have any by the time the movie starts is beyond me. I hope Thanksgiving was fun for the Blackout Tips family, and this holiday season coming up has minimal stress. Thanks, Tommy D. I hope you're a good sport about me roasting you. But the movie start time thing is it's gotten egregious, and especially now that you have so many commercials that aren't even about movies. It's just
like regular TV ads commercials. Like, a bitch, how you get in here? I am here, and I don't want the commercial I can see at the house.
Yeah, I don't need fucking Patrick Mahomes selling me insurance at the movies, man. Like, we at the movies. Let's just show me some new trailers.
Right.
That's coming out.
Don't be like, come to the movies. Bitch, I'm at the movies. That's a commercial for the other people.
The fact AMC pissed me off the worst because AMC is doing a thing now where they done cut my girl Nicole Kidman's speech down to just it's bastardized. I can't even remember it anymore. It's so bad.
It's terrible.
It's not even the same.
It
was beautiful before. It was like it's like editing the national anthem.
It is,
if you came to a basketball game and they said rise for the national anthem and then they just kind of skipped 5 lines and then threw 5 other lines you never heard of in there, it sucks. I used to memorize. I used to be able to stand up, put my hand to my head.
Yeah, me and Roger used to salute. Like, that was our jam.
You know, like we come to a place like this or whatever. Like this, now it's just she just saying random shit. Then this is the most egregious part. Whatever time we supposedly saved by chopping down our beautiful, perfect speech, they've added this interracial couple dancing around to different movie scenes. And I hate that commercial. I don't care that they interracial. That's not part of why I hate it, but I was saying it so y'all would know which commercial I'm talking about, where it's like, it's got that music like dun 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 dun. Then they be dancing. They have a dance off. Then they get in the car. And they be doing Fast and Furious.
Yes.
Then they do a rom-com, and it's like he almost drank a Coke.
Yes.
Stop.
Right. Nobody cares.
I know y'all did this because y'all wanted to put Coca-Cola in it. I know that's why y'all did it.
Of course.
Y'all couldn't just Photoshop or AI a fucking Coca-Cola bottle into the goddamn Nicole Kidman ad. Ugh. Let's see. Then on YouTube, we got one comment for this episode. Provocative AF says, "What up, yo? Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for the wonderful show. As always, fam, stay up." Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Let's see if we got any comments on Spotify. Let's see. How do I see the comments? Audience. They should make this easier.
They should.
3 comments. Let's see what we got here. Missed a Spotify says, "Drag me once, shame on you. Drag me twice, shakes fist. Shame those chicken washers." Exactly. They need to be shamed. An actual person that works in like health inspections and stuff actually DM me to thank me for bringing up that black people, we got to stop with the chicken washing.
Wow.
Like, I don't know, man. Starting to become a cause, man. Y'all, yeah. And it wouldn't be a cause, but then y'all are starting to push back, and I feel like my righteousness is popping up to be like, no, now I have to stop and try to save these Negroes from themselves. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Salmonella all over y'all kitchens. Talking about, I'll just be wiping it down. You wipe down every microscopic piece of salmonella you done wipe down.
Just floating in the air.
Okay, you done figured it out. That's y'all was white. If you wipe down groceries after COVID, maybe everybody calm down. Okay, everybody calm down. It's scary. We don't know. Don't catch nothing. It's Toy says something that the left and right could get behind is homophobia today, homophobia tomorrow, homophobia forever. Facts. It's sad, but yeah, it's sad. Marvin W says, "I had to laugh because I got a commercial talking about saving our main Armenian bears. Another wonderful episode." Hey, shout out to the Spotify ads getting better. Okay, I don't know what I don't know what y'all gonna get.
No telling.
People was like, "It's ice." I'm like, "Ice?"
Yeah, we would not approve that.
All right.
We don't have no control.
Yeah. All right. Let's see the poll. Gender genocide, yes or no? 32% yes, 68% no. So that's a very controversial topic.
Oh, you did already did YouTube?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
We had one comment from Debate and Switch from Provocative AF. All right, so that's it for that episode. Play some music, get us some commercial money. Let's see what they got to say about these Armenian bears.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. This is just a commercial break. Relax, sit back, enjoy. This is just a commercial break. Do not get the break. We'll be right back. This is just a commercial. This is just a commercial break.
All right, episode 3192. Alex Haley's Grassroots, where we were joined by comedian JL Covan and candidate for Congress for like New Jersey, like District 11, I believe. I donated. Let's get to the comments. Aaron says, "Love this new JL chapter. donated. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw a few people said they donated, man. Like,
Thank
I don't know
you.
how many people it was. I mean, hopefully we put some sort of dent in his, fundraising goals so that he can make that commercial and stuff. And the good news is, hey, if it doesn't work out, he's so used to things not working out.
Right? It's gonna be back to normal.
Yeah, I know some of y'all got y'all hopes riding high. You like, man, he's gonna be so devastated. I had a friend that knows JL and is a friend of mine, and she was like, man, I envy JL Covan. I wish I had the confidence to do something like what he's doing. I have trouble doing stuff like comedy, and I'm a stand-up comedian, and I feel sometimes not confident about doing comedy. And he's doing something where he knows there's a high likelihood he could fail, and he's still going to do it. And I respect that because it's so brave. And I said, whoa, buddy. You don't need to respect it. JL has been doing that all his life with comedy. This is probably the easiest for like.
Right. This will be the easiest failure.
If this is Sisyphus, you know what I mean? He got to push that boulder up to the top of the mountain. He just switched boulders. He just was like, if anything, the politics boulder probably lighter than the comedy boulder. Mm-hmm. He probably like, oh shit, finally a new boulder to.
The comedy boulder prepared him for the other one.
Oh man, I'm nowhere near the top. This is even better. The comedy one was I just kept rolling all the way back down to the beginning.
To the bottom, right.
I might actually make headway in this motherfucker. But but yes, obviously we're rooting for JL.
Mm-hmm.
Abia says, love the new mission. Also, JL planned his life in the light. I read lots of new death experiences recently. He put on top of his list that he wants to learn to deal with rejection. Like, seriously, for this really feel it in his lifetime. I'm pretty sure of it. So I guess she's saying between comedy and politics, he's gonna have to deal with a lot of no's. He was already just trying to get signatures, and people was like, "You ain't no baby killer, is you?" Now, why they sound like that in New Jersey? I don't know.
I assume everybody that vote Republican sound country to me, no matter where you are in the United States of America.
Funny for you to say that. Sean says, leaving the era of comedy, which is how he was treated, the comedy of errors, which is the U.S. Congress, he would make a great representative. Best of luck to him and his future constituents. Ronan Raphael, first time I heard JL talk about running for office, I said he better, and I have always encouraged him on his YouTube page. Did he ever cuss you out?
For being too supportive?
I mean, he was like, he trying to do comedy. He's like, oh man, look at this dope Trump impression. You should run for Congress. Fuck that. This ain't it. Like, what was I need to know exactly what you said to support him, because JL prickly about them comments now. You might have been submitted to me as a punch down in a DM if you said it wrong.
Down.
You ever thought about going into politics and stopping comedy? It's like, fuck you. He may not be accepting PAC donations right now. However, I will drop his name into a PAC meant to support candidates like himself in the DNC. Until then, I'll keep donating, sharing, and evangelizing. Also, for everyone with a YouTube premium, make sure you hype campaign videos of JL. We're going to make this happen. No jinx stopping us. I feel you. That's the energy we need.
It is.
EVE says, wishing JL the best of luck. Since I'm in the neighboring state that he's running in, I often see New Jersey ads. I admire his gumption because being a politician in New Jersey is a thankless job. But we need more Democrats like him who don't try to both sides bullshit to win votes on both sides. That strategy never works because you try to make everyone happy, you eventually end up pissing a bunch of people off. So you might as well super serve your base. That's why Bernie's presidential runs have been epic fails. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw like Jasmine Crockett is gonna run for Senate, and it's because they basically did away with her district to make it a Republican district, so she can't even really have a chance to win.
Right, with all that gerrymandering.
Yeah, and then like with her, like she got asked something about like what you gonna do to get the Republicans to vote for you or whatever, the Trump voters, and she was like, I'm not trying to get them to vote for me.
Right, that's not my job.
Like basically, I've given up on that. I'm going to try to galvanize people that didn't vote, galvanize a base, that kind of stuff.
Because she's striking more towards the youth.
And I already saw like people spreading clips of like people shitting on her campaign already. Like I think Van Lathan was taking her to task, and I'm sure Stephen A. will at some point. But I think there's something that hasn't been tried yet, and all these people do is fucking complain about the shit we've seen that doesn't work.
Right.
This has not been tried yet. Now, maybe I'll be wrong, maybe she'll be wrong, but no one's won Texas anyway.
Right.
Like, Republicans keep winning Texas, and the people that have run as Democrats in Texas keep doing maybe we can get some of the Trump conservatives to move over to us, and they're not moving over.
They're not.
And then they're not, and because of the way they talk, they're not making people who are on the sidelines or people who are like super blue feel motivated to continue to vote.
Agreed.
Maybe this will be the difference. Maybe,
Right.
I think it was Amy Klobuchar, maybe. I forget who did an interview recently in California, and the news person was like, you need to get these Trump voters, and she was like, no, and everybody was like, she did that wrong. She had an attitude during the interview, and I was like, man, I don't know, man. Maybe somebody need to say it.
Right, because the thing is, when you say that, you cut through the bullshit and you go to the truth. And people like to pander, and people like to make those people feel good. But at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck. They have decided what they wanted. Why would I waste my time pandering to somebody that doesn't give a fuck about what I'm talking about? I need to super serve the people and my constituents that want me to represent them. And them people don't. They have showed me they don't want me. Why am I wasting my time? I'm not going to get them to change their minds. They're not going to come back unless something very, 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 very fucked up happens to them financially, or their family, or their friends, or their loved ones. And for some of them, it has happened multiple times before they look past their racism or bigotry or homophobia or whatever to even vote for me in the first place. Why am I wasting my time serving somebody that I will never get their vote?
And it was Katie Porter, before y'all need to write in and correct me. It was Katie Porter, and they didn't like her interview because it was so dismissive of conservative, like the idea of I need to go get these conservative votes. And yeah, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. This is why I don't want to be a politician. I actually think this is good. Mm-hmm. It's refreshing. It's honest. And whenever politicians talk politically about these things, those same people who are bashing Jasmine, who bash Katie Porter, will be like, this is tired, this is boring, this is why Democrats lose, they soft. Republicans don't talk like that about us.
No.
Like, when they ask Republicans, they just say nasty, mean shit about us as voters and people.
Yes!
And when they win, and when they skirt the rules, and when they break the rules, we just call the Democrats pussies for letting it happen, as opposed to being like, and we say we want fighters, but we want them to, it's like, how do we want them to fight? I like when they go, yeah, man, it's actually not getting better, and policy wise, they're not listening. They don't think about that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so if they won't be swayed by just what I have to say, I'm not going to just keep chasing them to the detriment of the people that I do need to vote for me.
Right.
Because honestly, it's eroding the goodwill, and it's eroding the momentum every time you watch somebody like, even like a Kamala Harris, have to do some pandering to the middle. It hurts them, because our progressive parts, our critical politics, intellectual sphere, they never are understanding of that. They always use that as a knock against them. Like, well, why did Kamala Harris even have Cindy McCain on the stage or whatever? And you're like, well, that's to help with the people that hate Trump but are Republicans. And they're like, fuck that. Adam Kinzinger should not even be there. It's like, okay, so now you're super militant. Fuck the middle. Fuck the Republicans. Right. Fuck conservative voters. Fuck everybody. So that's the right answer. Then when somebody comes up and they go, I'm running for office, and you're right, fuck those people, you go, whoa, who said that? And I don't understand these niggas.
I don't either. And the thing is, Republicans never compromise. Democrats always have to compromise. And that's the part that kills me. And you know, it's particularly with a lot of the youth, they're like, why should we have to compromise? This compromising has got us here. And the thing about compromising needs to go both ways. When both parties wanted the government to run, that was completely different. But you have one side, they do not want the government to function properly. We cannot work with somebody that doesn't want shit to run properly. We just can't.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there any more? Oh yeah. And then YouTube. So let's see. We got 5 comments on the tube. Red Lotus Diva says, was waiting for this interview when I saw the announcement, hoping for the best. I would donate to the cause. Dev Replay says, just donated to JL's campaign, and boy am I praying it goes towards a radio spot where JL leans into his Haitian heritage and gives us a Creole speaking moment. Can he do that? I know he can do a bunch of accents and stuff, but I've never heard him really do Creole. That would be interesting.
Me either.
The New Jersey Zoes pronounce Z-O's, okay. Which means bones, but is also Miami slang for Haitian, will go up for JL so hard. Christoph says, JL for NJ. If I lived there, I would vote for JL. He represents the new generation of leaders that understand politicians are not celebrities, but service of the people. Donate and support JL. Damien says, since I can't vote for JL Trump, I'll do the next best thing. Good luck. I'm sure you'll represent the members of your community well. You care. At least for now, until the PAC money starts rolling in. I got 5 on it.
Ow.
Jason says, on one hand, I'm nervous about bringing JL Jinx to Washington. That's a valid concern. But honestly, how could we even tell? Look as he doesn't fall in love with Bobert. JL is what we need on Capitol Hill. I would love to see him up there grilling Hegseth or Kash Patel. But I think the one question we're all wondering is, does JL Covan join the Congressional Black Caucus? Right. Because, like, how he going to get in when I'm sure one of the questions on the test is, what is the best superhero movie of all time? And the answer is obviously Black Panther for the Black Caucus. But he's going to vehemently defend Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. And then they're going to be forced to be like, no.
They're gonna be like, rejection.
I know he said he's not going to delete any of his old social media posts, but he should obviously delete everything he's ever said in an argument with me about Black Panther. Right? That seemed like his Republican, whoever runs against him, should be able to easily find those tweets and be like, oh, so he gonna represent black people too? Because this is what he thinks. This is the real JL Covan. It's gonna be just him antagonizing me on social media. They're gonna bring Randolph Terrence out to be like, I remember the real JL when he was trying to say Chadwick Boseman didn't deserve that Oscar or whatever. Have you ever donated to a political campaign? Was oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't do the Spotify comments. Cheyenne says it would be so iconic if JL ran as a Republican and then turncoat a la Trisha Cotham, but honesty is why we're rooting for him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, also, like, we never talk about this, but the danger of running as a Republican and being like, just so I can get in and then I'm gonna switch. If you don't get in, you just a motherfucker that ran as a Republican and no one's ever gonna believe you when you're like, no, I was gonna switch if I won. It's like, sure, buddy.
Yep.
Sure you were.
Right.
Aaron says, I lived in Michigan, but I put 10 on it. We need representatives like JL. Good luck. Coach Malik says, I swear every time JL mentioned donations, all I could think of was Dr. Umar. Donations.
But you know what? Regardless, it's going to be much better than the school that does not exist.
The part that they always miss with the donations is when he also says gifts.
Yes!
Donations. Gifts. More gifts.
Why was he pronouncing the S so hard on gifts?
Who knows?
That guy. Guy's wild. All right, the poll: have you ever donated to a political campaign? 76% of y'all have. 24% of y'all have not.
Yes.
I'm in the 76%, by the way. But man, that I love that we have an engaged audience like that.
I truthfully, until Kamala Harris, I had never donated. I'm just gonna keep that. Like, I didn't. It's like, you're running, you're gonna get my vote, and I understand there's more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? Money and all that stuff. But in my mind, I was like, you're gonna get my vote, okay? But I realized that there's a lot of other things going on behind it, and I was like, you know what? Win or lose, this money does actually matter in the long run. And so I'm like being more aware of, you know me, of those types of things.
Yeah, I've donated before. Ironically, one of the people I've donated to before was Bernie Sanders, to get one of his shirts, the Feel the Burn shirts or whatever. And then I took a picture of it and posted online when people thought, when the Bernie people was mad at me, I was like, I got the shirt, leave me alone. But it counts. They took some of the money. And I definitely donated to Kamala's campaign too. I got a shirt. I like merch because I like to wear my support. I don't like to just be like, here's a couple dollars. I like to be like, give me a shirt too, so people know I'm fucking with you. But yeah, let's go to the next episode after this next commercial break. All right, 3193, Liver Mush Reddit. We had 5 comments. Appia says, I don't watch any sports, so not even real football, what you call soccer. What does this even mean and why? Isn't something that interests me, but but pretty smart of FIFA with this award. Oh, the award they gave Trump. Maybe now real football will be a mandatory sport in the U.S.
It will never, because the way it is here, the way, I can't speak about other parts of the world, but the way it's structured here, it's not affordable for most people. Like to
play soccer?
Yeah, soccer's very expensive to get into compared to other parts of the world, from my understanding. And so, because in America, we look at football, basketball, we look at these other sports different than we do soccer. We look at soccer as something that you just do to pass the time in your youth. Like from the way I view soccer, I don't think most people go, I want to be a soccer star. They go, I want to play basketball, football. Like in America, they have these other sports above soccer. And a lot of people, like, we make jokes here in America about soccer moms and shit like that. And so for me, the way the structure is in America, it would take a lot of work to get soccer to the point you would have to make it more feasible and the entry point more reasonable to get more of the youth kind of pushed into it, like you do some of these other sports.
The part I disagree with is the idea that it costs more to be in the soccer. I think soccer might be our cheapest sport in America.
Okay.
You just need a ball and access to the field. That's it. Like, there's not a bunch of extra shit you need. And we've actually priced people out of stuff like basketball and football, because as it's become more capitalistic as an enterprise, it's turned into the haves and have-nots. It's why you look in the NBA, everybody's somebody's son, because those kids were raised with the resources and access to professional coaches, professional sports, AAU travel, obviously the equipment, the training, the specialized training, and we do sports specialization now, meaning instead of kids doing what they used to do, which is you play a little bit of soccer, you play a little bit of football, you play a little bit of baseball, you play a little basketball. Now they just practice basketball all year long. Football is very similar too, especially the quarterback position. Like, it's literally thousands, if not more than that, dollars to get some of these people you see that are like high prospects. They have been getting specialized private training that costs thousands of dollars from the time they were kids. So soccer in America, I think cheapest entry. That's the only part I'm talking about, not the Like even when you throw in stuff like travel for a team, it's still cheaper in a lot of places. But I agree on everything else in that soccer's not prioritized in America. It'll never be bigger than football. It'll never be bigger than basketball. It'll never be bigger than it probably never be bigger than baseball. I just don't. And part of that's xenophobia and stuff too. But the main thing is like you won't see if an Allen Iverson is born in America, he could possibly be the greatest soccer star in America. The odds of an Allen Iverson being funneled into soccer and not basketball or football is almost zero in America.
That's true, and I guess for me, I kind of push back because depending on where you live, you don't have these fields. So where are these open areas, these fields that kids can just play soccer at? I guess that's the way I look at it. Right,
but it's a comparison, right?
Okay.
Right, you can't just say that just in general.
Yes.
Where's the basketball court? Where's the football field? Where's the baseball diamond? Right, like these places exist everywhere. You see a baseball diamond is a soccer field, right? Kids also don't go into baseball, black kids anyway,
not like
because it's also an expense. It's not just the baseball field. You gotta have the equipment. You got soccer is one of the few things that here's a ball. You may or may not even really need a goal, but here's a ball, here's a field.
Yes,
you can learn to play with this ball and be good at soccer. It's why so many nations in the world are good at it, and America isn't always good, is because the access isn't necessarily a money access. You can be
I'm with you now.
Impoverished nation, but you got that ball and you got the kids with the skills.
Yeah,
they can go be somebody in a way that I think sometimes it actually is to America's detriment how organized the soccer has to be here. Like,
yes, I agree.
Kids aren't recreationally playing enough soccer just for fun and kicks.
Right.
No pun intended. But they definitely do that with basketball and baseball and stuff like that. And I'd say even baseball's falling off. But basketball and football for sure are the ones where like kids are just, it's so big a part of the culture. It's like, how the fuck? I bet you even the kids that become good soccer players and represent America in like the World Cup, I bet you those kids are like, yeah, I played football and I played basketball.
A lot of them played other sports.
Yeah. I bet you there's not as many, and maybe it will change. Right. But I just don't think there's, anyway, I think everything you said is right. The only thing I'll say is ironically, soccer is not that hard to get into.
I see when you say it like that. Yes. Yeah. Everywhere else has a higher entry level point, if that makes sense, than soccer
comparatively.
Does. Yes.
But
like the way America is structured, I feel like football and basketball, but basically football is fucking king here, and I don't think too many other sports gonna take its place.
And she's obviously joking, saying it'll be mandatory. So I mean, we kind of went into a different tangent, but yeah. Evie says, I vaguely remember eating liver mush when I was a kid living in the South, but we called it liver pudding. Those are not the same.
No, they're not.
You didn't eat the liver mush then. Now I'm an adult with free will, and I wouldn't touch that stuff now because it's kind of gross. There's something similar to it here in PA called scrapple, but I call it crapple. Also not the same.
Not the same.
Also, you eat Arby's, so your opinion is nullified. Josh?
I was about to say, because liver mush has like cornbread as the like the binding, and liver pudding is not. Liver pudding is
cornmeal.
Cornmeal. That's what I meant. Cornmeal, and liver pudding is a lot more softer and slimy.
Just because it got the word liver in it, don't make it the same. Liver wurst also not liver mush.
Nope.
It's just liver mush. We know what we talking about. You don't have to like it, by the way. I'm just saying the things y'all are saying you had aren't liver mush. Josh Shapiro is my governor, and what he said about Kamala is pretty disappointing, but he hasn't done too bad a job, I guess. So if he's the candidate on the Dem ballot for president, he has my vote, but there are other candidates I prefer over him. Yeah, EVE, I think all of us that listen to this podcast for the most part should be on the same page, which is I would be hard pressed to find any single Democrat I would not support over whoever the Republican is, but mostly because, and it's not my fault. It is that Republicans have decided to not govern.
Right.
They've decided to be the party of bigotry and hatred. They've decided to be the party of xenophobia.
They don't want to govern.
So you're right in that Josh Shapiro would absolutely get my vote over, say J.D. Vance or somebody. The real issue is this is now the time where we get to have a say, because it's not 2028 yet. So as people do things where they do fuck up or do whatever things we don't like, I think we should be very vocal about it now, before you start a primary general election cycle or whatever, where you do want to have more momentum and you do want people to be a bit more positive, especially after a primary. But up until then, it's all fair game. So when I see Gavin Newsom sitting down with Ezra Klein and they're both like crying, like being sad about how Charlie Kirk was killed and he was a good Christian, that is now is the time for me to be like, man, fuck y'all for that.
Yep, I'm taking mental notes.
If it was November 2028 and Gavin Newsom was a candidate, that's not the time. I'm not gonna be like, well, fuck him for that shit he did 3 years ago. But I can say it now because maybe he addresses it now, or maybe they find a better candidate who doesn't think you need to do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Sean says, man insults woman and says sick burn. Woman replies, I'll show you a sick burn, and proceeds to do so. And threw him in the fire, I guess. Yeah, she messed that dude up. I can't believe I didn't play the clip.
Through the fire.
Sober King said, regarding the poll question, that depends on whether or not liver mush is the same thing as liver worst. If it is, then I have had it and it's nasty. If it isn't, then no. Well, the answer is no. You could have Googled that.
Yeah, they're not the same.
I hope you didn't vote in the poll and mess up my beautiful math.
They're not the same.
Tanya W42 says, wow, between Method Man at the bank and Welsh Gone Wild, I think this is the most epic guest race ever. Oh, Meth Man, yeah. Funnily enough, I visited Conwy, the town in Wales where the police officer's trial was held back in 1997 or so. It was beautiful. And the local people were so lovely. I had a ball chatting with them in the hotel bar, but I promise I did not twerk or grab any D or boobs.
Thank you.
Sounds like you don't know how to party, Tanya W42.
Apparently, you don't know how to party, right?
Don't be coming to Vegas with that bullshit, because we grabbing D's and boobs.
No, we are not. We are not grabbing nobody.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
There will be no grabbing.
We're twerking on police up in I answered no to the liver mush question, but I'd try it. And let's see, on YouTube, we got 2 comments. Let's see. Joseph says, shit, they might, or the land, like what happened with Red Lock. What were we talking about? Somebody declaring like bankruptcy or something like that, or something going out of business. What was it? It was God, I can't remember what it was, but it was anyway. He was talking about how people might own the land and be trying to sell it off in like some private equity shit. I forget what it was, but we were just like, man, it's weird that this thing is going out of business. But yeah. And then Jason says, yo, that FIFA Peace Prize is one of the silliest things Trump era has given us. It really made me wonder, maybe you two have an answer. When's he finally gone? Will the media as a whole look back as the shame it was, or will it be sort of given positive spin like they do with Charlie Kirk, or will they pretend like it never happened? I know it's easy to say they'll try to give him a positive spin, but this ain't George Mikan. Trump's game film is in HD. It's all recorded, it's all preserved. But I guess with all these AI vids, no one will know what's real anymore anyway. Telling a child or anyone unfamiliar with sports that there's only 5 minutes left in a football or basketball game is one of the more basic yet diabolical forms of gaslighting out there. It is. And I think what happens after Trump is kind of what happened after the Civil War. I really think you will see a lot of people be like, who did this to the country? I can't believe we let that happen. It's kind of like how when we talk about the civil rights era, until Trump resurfaced, people made it seem like that happened in a different country.
Yes.
Like you just couldn't have those things happen today, because who would even be on the side of no blacks in our schools and harassing people like and hate crimes and racist politicians giving speeches. And now it's back like it never left, because that's the real truth of America. It doesn't take much to pull the mask off. But during my lifetime, for a vast majority of my lifetime, it was made to seem as if that was a distant, far away time that never really happened and could not come back. So I imagine if we ever do have a post-Trump era of people coming to their senses or pushing back against this, I will imagine that they will not be revisiting and conversations about how this did happen.
Nope, everybody gonna distance themselves. They're gonna act like you say, who did this? How did, you know what I mean? Who are these people? You know, and the thing is, just like with the civil rights era, their ancestors are still alive. like these people and their family members just didn't fall off the face of the earth. And the same thing with these Trump people. They don't disappear. They don't go away. They like, so yeah, things quote unquote change, but they're still there at the surface, ready to rise up at any time. All this is gonna take is a strike of a match.
I just think we're already seeing it happen with certain people, like the comedians that had Trump on their podcast and then distanced themselves from him as if I didn't vote for this, even though those are the things he ran on. Mm-hmm. You know, even though those are the things he said. There's nothing he's doing he didn't say he would do.
Agreed.
And so watching these people in real time try to be flabbergasted and say, what? I think they're, you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene, they're all going to be, unfortunately, welcome back, and amnesia is going to spread over a certain type of person that doesn't keep that same energy. Mm-mm. And that's how the things return, is that, you know, you get that much time and eventually people go, okay, well, that would never happen in my country. What a crazy couple of years that was. So I think that'll be the result of a post-Trump era, if we ever get one, like a true reformation of like pushback, not a Trump dies and then we elect another Republican. And like, I think it has to be like Trump is not in office and you get a blue wave over America, and then Democrats come and try to fix a lot of this shit. I think at that point you'll start to see even Republicans who carried the water for Trump that were elected at the time will be like, whoa, I'm why are we even bringing that up? We're looking at possibly a record number of Republican seats being up next year when it's time to run for re-election. Why would that be? Why are they quitting? They're quitting because I think they see how terrible this is, and they do want to try to pull the I wasn't responsible, but it's far too late, right? You helped bring this to power and you voted with him and for him every single time up until now. You actually got rid of the members of your of Congress that stood up against him if they were Republican. So I think they're making an exit strategy to be like, man, in the long run of things, I'm going to pretend that this was my stand. Like, no, because in 2025, I said, that's enough. You went too far. And because they see the authoritarianism coming, they see the grift, they see the money, they see they're seeing it even closer than we're seeing it.
Yeah, they realize the impact.
They know this is not how this is supposed to work.
Right, they know.
And they know that there was going to be a time where there's a reckoning where people are going to want justice and trials, and Republicans won't be the only ones in charge. They see what the Supreme Court is doing. I think they will collectively try to pretend this was done by somebody else. How did this happen to America? That's crazy. That's my guess.
Yeah, and also it'd be a softening of them in the media. Next thing you know, they're gonna be on Dancing with the Stars. They're gonna slowly float back into like just the general zeitgeist.
Yeah,
like nothing ever happened. People are gonna pretend like, oh yeah, we understand, and all of a sudden they're gonna want to pull at white people's heartstrings because they're not pulling their mind about having compassion and understanding, and I'm like, fuck you, and I will forever be on that train. Like you're not going to fool me. I will not forget what you have done in a situation that you have put this country in based on you voting and the voting populace that put you in office.
Yeah, because you already see it with bitch ass niggas like Bill Maher talking about you gotta be nice and cordial and sit down at Thanksgiving with these folks. Like, this is how they make the off ramp like this, like they weren't part of a thing.
Right.
Like, no, man, you guys are the ones being uncivil. You don't want to sit down at Thanksgiving because I think you shouldn't have the right to vote. Like, it's just politics, man. Like, how you so because I think it's actually okay to illegally violate people's civil rights and deport people regardless of their status, and racially profile Somali people and stuff, because I think that was okay, you don't want to eat turkey with me? Wow, you're the real prude here. And I think they have been afforded the real albatross around America is, in my estimation, is the level of leeway, I guess that's not the exact word, but the level of leeway and the inexhaustible optimism that we have in white people having a change of heart. It is honestly the number one thing that has caused America to be terrible. That's when America is terrible and does terrible things. It is almost always at the feet of, we can just change these people. You know, I think the biggest mistake of the Obama era analysis, and many people made this mistake, even prominent black intellectuals, was the idea that this was somehow showing us that white people had a change of heart and that we weren't going back anymore. You know, even when Biden won, there was this idea of like, okay, finally, the death throes of white supremacy, we're done with this, we're not going to go back. And you can tell it by how simply we create narratives like, what is wrong with the Democratic Party that there are white people who voted for Obama and then they voted for Trump? What did the Democrats do wrong? And it's like, oh, you were trying to act like them voting for Obama meant they were suddenly good people who had changed their entire value system.
Right. No.
We
was on the verge of economic collapse. What are we doing here?
So I think that's gonna be the thing that hamstrings us. Let's see the poll. Wait, did we do the poll already? Old Tommy Musket. Have you ever eaten liver mush? I think we did do this poll, right?
If you did,
and then on Spotify,
you didn't tell the percentage.
Okay, it was like, okay, I didn't do the poll. You right. I didn't do the poll. I need to go to Spotify comments.
Okay.
Just reading the summary, this episode gets 5 stars, says Jinkies Deidre. Aaron says, how that Supreme guy got a movie before Wilt Chamberlain, right? Marty Supreme, never heard of him.
Right.
Jadamo 8 says, I have never heard of liver mush before. Get something in your life, see what it's like. DJ Freedom says, Rod, I feel you on the whole fear of letting myself down. If I miss days in the gym. Yeah, and it's going on like, the last day I went to the gym was Monday, and I did upper body stuff, but the way my leg and my hip hurt afterwards, it was like I definitely had reset myself back to like right when I heard it almost, and I was like, oh man, I really just can't do shit. Yeah, like I'm not gonna go for walks. Now it is getting better. Like I feel better today than I did yesterday, the day before. It's not all the way back, and I will try to work out again. Maybe even today, like just upper body. Like I feel stronger than I did Monday in my leg area. I just don't think I can do anything with my legs. I'm not riding the bike. Right. You know, I'm doing stretches and stuff. But yeah, the fear of like, man, I didn't go to the gym this week. Does this mean I'm done? It's just an internalized thing. It doesn't, obviously any person listening to my voice is having the same reaction. Like, no, it doesn't have to mean that. You just that's not how anxiety works. It's a liar. It tells you shit that's not true about yourself and you start falling for it. But I feel like because of all the work that I have done and all the commitment I have shown, I am not worried about that. I know when I'm back on it, I'm right back on it. You know, even like this week, I know I stepped on the scale and I was like, well, now I'm kind of gaining some of the weight because I obviously am not working out. And
that's natural.
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, well, when we get in the gym, that stuff will start trending in the ways that it was trending. So
agreed.
It'll be all right. But he says, There's always a little voice saying, don't quit for good now, even though this is now a lifestyle. I work out 6 days a week for the last 4 years, and on the days I'm not in the gym, I'm missing it. Same. I miss the gym. I miss going in there and getting to work, putting on my headphones, and
I know when you do come back, they're gonna be like, we thought something happened to you, Rod.
Yeah, it is. One of the things that's interesting is how many people you realize have been paying attention to you.
Yeah, they might not always say anything, but people watch your routines. Yeah.
Try not to be hard on yourself. It really is okay to miss a day or two. Also, Karen, you should try Scrapple. I grew up eating that for breakfast. It's similar to liver mush.
I've never had it, but it's not similar to liver mush.
It's not similar?
It's
I've never had it.
It's similar as far as it's shaped like a loaf, because
Okay.
I've seen it online, but I do not think it's like the same, like the structure and how it's made.
Okay. I like how you haven't tried it. The one thing about Karen, she is not lacking for confidence, because
I do have a lot of confidence, don't I?
to me, I would be like, oh, maybe I'll try it. Thank you, listener, for writing in. You've had them both, and you're saying it's a bit similar. I would not be like, no, absolutely not. There's no way. I've seen it.
I've seen the pictures online that don't look the same to me.
She does this all the time with stuff. I'm just like if I point it out on the show because it's funny, but it's like, how can you live life like that? You don't know what you're talking about. Just be like, I don't know. Maybe I'll find out. Maybe I'll try it one day. Or, it's okay not to be interested, but I mean, that's as ignorant as they sound talking about liver mush without trying it. Isn't it the same as liverwurst? No, you didn't try it and you don't know. Anyway. The poll was, have you ever eaten liver mush?
You know who you married.
I know. 6% yes. Have 94% of y'all, almost 95% of y'all have not ever eaten liver mush. It's such a unique North Carolina Charlotte staple that I don't expect y'all to have tried it.
It's a regional thing. I have family that lives in Tennessee, and every time they come here, they always buy a bunch of it because they was like, we do not have this in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I can never find it in Tennessee.
I know we sound crazy, y'all. Y'all like, what? What is this liver mush and why are they so pressed about it?
Right? Never heard of it.
I get it. It's like cheerwine or whatever. All right. Or maybe patio red cherry. Y'all got that? Anyway.
Yeah, I love me some patio red cherry now. It's not the same as cheerwine.
Let's go to another commercial. Someone said liver then mush don't sound appetizing one bit. I agree, but like everything a lot of stuff don't sound appetizing till you eat it.
Yes, till you eat it, yeah.
I'm sure the first person that said it's ice cream and people was like, ice and cream? Nigga, they don't even go together. And it's like, oh, you did. You put your foot in this.
Right.
It's like, I did. I'm a caveman.
Yeah.
I literally put my foot in this.
And a lot of it is the food you were raised around too. Like it's a lot of people, different parts of the country, they have things that they love because they were just raised on it.
Yeah, if it's good, it's good. I mean, I personally don't like liver. So like liver and onions, I never want to eat it. I've tried it before of quite a few times. I've never had a liver that made me be like, this is the one. I will eat this from now on. So, it's all, all of it sound weird till you have it. If it's good, it changes how you think about it, right?
Yeah, and if it's not, you go, that's not my forte.
3194, an old timey musket. We got 3 comments on this one. It was with comedian Mary Houlihan. Appia says, I just realized that by having my job, that makes me the face of Big Pharma in a way from sweet money. I'm extremely cautious with social media because it could easily be a problem. And by that, I'm not worried about social media because I'm not really on it. So I guess Big Pharma is even better than I thought. Well, of course, it's all perfect. Appia, it's you. I don't even know why you wrote this. We knew you didn't have no problems. This is just a humble brag. Rona Raphael says, I really dig Mary Houlihan's voice, very soothing. Using a musket to rob in 2025. Maybe I'm still laughing over that shit. Evie says, cool new guest. I think she would do great with voice work because her voice reminded me of Louise Belcher from my favorite character from Bob's Burgers. Yes, Bob's Burgers. I was cracking up over the story of the guy trying to rob people with a musket. If someone pulled a musket on me and I'm in a group, I'm going to take my chances and run. What's he going to do? Waste the bullet on the one person running away or hold the other hostage? I probably would laugh in his face before taking off. I feel like I would laugh and get shot.
A lot of people would get shot.
It's too funny.
You would probably, a lot of people probably think it was fake.
What else you gonna rob me with? One of those like clown horns that be like, okay. Like if the Joker robbed
put
you
a
with
slingshot out. What is we doing here?
if the Joker robbed slingshot, I wouldn't laugh. That shit would hurt. But if a Joker pulled out one of those acid flower things that be on his lapel,
Oh yeah, I would definitely die.
I'll be like,
see
what?
that coming.
What the fuck is he gonna do with?
Until
It's acid. This is a horrible way to die.
Until somebody next to me's face get murdered. I'm like, oh, you ain't bullshitting.
I'm saying it'd be my face.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Cause you be in the closest proximity.
I'm worried, not because I'll be closest. No, I'm saying I'm worried that they would do it, and I would just I would laugh without even.
Okay.
Like, I'm not trying to make fun of the man trying to rob me, but it's like, nigga, you pulled out a pirate gun, like.
Why you have that
man.
big ass flower on your suit? You look ridiculous,
Like,
sir.
is this part of a gag?
I'm burning.
Is
Yeah,
Ashton Kutcher gonna look up? Is the current, like, what's the prank? And then I'm dead.
Gag?
Yeah, I'm dead. So I'm glad this hasn't happened to me, because that's a terrible way to die. And y'all be reading about me like Rod act like he know everything, and then look how he died, laughing at a man with a fucking musket. Got shot with a round bullet.
They had to pull 48 pebblets out of his stomach.
Let's see. Comments on YouTube. One, Jason says, I love Mary's point about comedians who claim to be the modern Don Rickles or George Carlin while being nothing like them. Those guys were actually groundbreakers, while these new dudes are literally raging with the machine. It's no wonder they support people who hype up the Constitution while doing more to destroy it than anyone other than the redcoats. And I'll have to make this point every single time. And I know, roll your eyes, take a drink, whatever. The fact that we do not see these same guys who spent every fucking day of anybody that was a Democrat being in power being like, this is against the freedom of speech. Look what they making us wear a mask. They doing this, they doing that. When actual government First Amendment rights are being violated by your boy, you are quiet as a church mouse. Now you want to just go back to being a comedian. Hey, what do I know? It's just jokes. You had him on your podcast.
Right.
You have his cronies on your show. You don't ask about these things. You barely bring them up, and when you do, it's never with the vitriol you bring up shit from the left. It's kind of like, oh, what do you think about this Kilmer and Brego Garcia guy? They're like kicking him out of the country or something. That doesn't seem right. Like, that's the level you bring it. But when it was anything with Democrats, like, you're not gonna make me get a vaccine, bruh. You're not gonna. I'm not wearing a mask. I can't breathe in this mask with my big MMA muscles or whatever the fuck. Like, it's crazy. I'm gonna say the R word and the F word because you're not gonna censor me. Well, they're actually censoring people.
Yes,
the government is prosecuting people for doing their jobs or speaking out against the president.
Right, which is
where the fuck are you, pussy? Where are you? What happened to you? You supposed to be the tough guy. You the biggest bitches.
I feel you though.
Sorry, that's politics too. We get mad.
Oh, no problem. I feel you though, because it's one of them things where y'all complain about shit that ain't happening. You could just say whatever the fuck you want to. The government is not going to come in and censor you whatsoever.
All right, just now you scared. Now you really scared. You pretended to be scared of what the Democrats was going to do to you. You actually scared of Trump and them.
Yes.
Oh, anyway. Comments on Spotify. Jinkies Deidre says, just read. Oh, wait. That's the wrong episode. I was like, why didn't I read this already? Old Tommy Musket. Okay, it was out of order. That's why. All right, let's see. The comments on this one is no comments yet. All right, well, there you go. The poll: have you ever been? Would you have been distracted by Old Tommy Musket if it was used to rob you? Yes, 65%. No, 35%. Shout out to y'all.
I would have been distracted.
Y'all be keeping y'all eyes on the prize over there. I see. your boy would have been. I would have been shot for the count. I would have been like, oh damn, I'm dead. This is not nearly as funny to the person with the gun as it is to me.
No, it is not.
I thought this was hilarious, and I'm just bleeding to death. The officers is coming over to save my life. I'm just trying to explain to them, like, no, but isn't it kind of funny? They're like, sir, you dead. You are dying. All right, let's see. We should do, I don't know if we have voicemails. Okay, yeah, like we got a couple one voicemail. So let me take us to the voicemails after this next commercial break. That one's called Old Flame. All right, here's the voicemail from Dre.
What? Good morning, afternoon, Rod and Karen. How are y'all? It's Dre. Love y'all as always.
Good,
boy, fuck Josh Shapiro, little bitch ass, lying ass boy. I know this may be a small spoiler if you don't got common ass sense, but clearly that bitch ass nigga was lying. And I didn't spend 3 days of my life being pissed off behind that goddamn Kamala book. To listen to this hoe ass boy get on this motherfucking mic and play in these people's face like she said something bad about that man. He spent so much time complimenting this asshole about all these great qualities he had, and the reason she didn't pick the bitch is because he wanted to be president more than he wanted to be vice president.
Right.
And she gave the bitch nigga clear instructions not to do some shit, and he did it anyway on some, it's not gonna make a difference. So fuck that boy. That's all. Love y'all. Peace.
Thank you, because I haven't read the book, and so I was like wondering would she even write it that way? My guess is he didn't read the book, and that person was reading those excerpts to him in a way that was inflammatory and designed to make him feel like, man, she really shit on you in this book. And he took the bait because he didn't do any of the motherfucking research, any of the fucking he didn't go into context. He didn't reach out to her. He just like, well, let me tell you what I hate about her. And so, yeah, anyway, it says something about his temperament though, you know. Yeah. And I'm just not really with that. We gonna shit on Kamala after the lost thing, so
I don't want to hear it. And I had kind of heard like that was one of the reasons why she didn't pick him, because they was like, oh, he wanted to be president more than he wanted to be vice president, and I was like, well, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, shout out to him. All right, let's get into emails. I won't do another break since we already did one. All right, emails. Kiana says, hey Rod and Karen, I was looking at my Spotify rap yesterday and look who came up as the most listened podcast. I think I'm up to 10 more actual years of appreciate, and I appreciate every moment. Thanks for all that you do and much success in the years ahead. Thank you. Thank you. Many of you tagged us to these on social media. Man, the people that were like 0.01%, wow,
right? That's a lot of listening, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, we do way more podcasting than most podcasts, so to be in our top 0.01%, you really
dedicated to
love
the
us.
cause. Thank you.
Miss Chrisable writes a long ass email about the fucking chicken washing shit.
Yeah.
It's so long. It's like a chapter of a book.
Do you want to read it?
No. I don't. So Les writes in, goodbye to 2025. Hi Rod and Karen, I hope you guys are well. I may have missed it, but I was curious, how are things going with your trainer and nutritionist, Rod? Trainer, everything's going well. I'm kind of like, so weight wise I'm stuck in like a hovering area. I think my body's kind of adjusted to some of the changes I've been making, and your body starts kind of fighting back in different ways, but you have to just kind of push through it. And obviously weight isn't the only metric that I'm looking at. I still got to go to the doctor and they look at tests and stuff, and those things are going well. And my trainer stuff is going, like, we're still getting up like once a week, and she's showing me new exercise. I'm still learning new shit to do. And then I've gotten to the point where I actually have a lot of the knowledge that I need. Like, if we stop training tomorrow, I still feel like I'd be in the gym for the rest of my life, and I now have the ability to do enough different exercises that I can get everything I need out of it. But at this point, I like the relationship and I like the accountability factor, and honestly, it gives me at least once a week a conscious thought of, okay, what am I doing? How often am I going to the gym? What am I eating? How's my weight? How is my strength? How is my protein intake? That type of stuff. And I think that's really why I'm doing it now more. I don't even really need to go every week anymore for her, because I'm going to the gym. I'm going to be there. Basically, I'm going to be in the gym 5 to 6 times. Or exercising 5 to 6 times. So it's not like man, if I didn't have this trainer, I'd just be at home eating chips on the couch. But, I think it's just good, and it's positive and a good, and they're kind of like life coaches and cheerleaders at some point. Like, it's like, hey, man, I see you. I see the progress you're making. You're doing things. But yeah, I've dealt with a couple of gym injuries in the last like month or so. And so right now it's just kind of about resting and getting better. And it's really and I know it's the smart thing to do, and I'm not going to push myself through it and hurt myself even further, because I've done that before, and that's always a mistake. So right now everything's good. I see posts with both of you going on walks. Any plans to do new things together in 2026? I think about all you both put out in the world with your thoughts, opinions, ideas, and consuming a lot of information to give out. Just wondering if you are both setting additional self-care goals in 2026. The politics till we get mad segment alone deserves that y'all get some self-care. Man, honestly, like, for me, one of the funnest things is going to Hornets games, as y'all can tell.
Mm-hmm. I actually really, really love going to the Hornets game. Like, I look forward to them, the trip up there, the game itself, the atmosphere. Like that is my jam, y'all.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to Vegas next year.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think and then there's a bunch of shit y'all just don't see. That's just like video games and movies.
Yeah, we do play a lot of video games. We go see a lot of movies too.
Yeah, just other stuff that's not y'all's business. Not that it's not y'all's business, but it's just like, why y'all don't want to hear that.
That's the boring part of life.
Yeah, still go out to eat once or twice a week to nice places and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, we take. I'm never, listen, y'all ain't never got to worry about me running myself into the ground, especially behind the idea of being upset over politics and the state of the world. Like, part of the resistance to that is joy and self-care and taking care of each other and loving on your loved ones while you got them here and shit. So yeah, we do a bunch of stuff for self-care, I think. But also, like, another thing is self-care is typically associated with money.
Yes.
And so it's not always something flashy, like we took a big trip or we spent a lot of money on this item. Sometimes honestly, them walks in the park is exercise, but they self-care.
I like going up to when the farmers market opened back up in the spring. I like taking a walk and going up to the farmers market. I actually look forward to going to the farmers market with you. Like, that shit is fun. And that's looking not at all the shit and going, what is this?
Yeah, that's not an expensive thing to do or anything. On that, only one thing to put out there. This is about PA Governor Josh Shapiro. Let the record show I've been saying he was suspect for a long time. His comments about VP Harris, even with the most generous take, are that he was being able to be baited by a journalist and then say some pretty harsh things about the former leader of the party. And the other end of the spectrum is he's just a narcissistic and problematic as it seems. The Athletic article and comments by him also read that he didn't bother to read the book, which to man, it's weird. We just talked about this, which to me
Roger
seemed,
said the way he responded, you go, oh, you didn't read everything. Yeah.
It's what he did is basically the real life version of whenever y'all see a tweet and the tweet got a caption, but it actually don't go with the video. Y'all know what I mean? Like you see it's like Serena Williams said black women need to stop getting weaves, and that'll be the caption. And you click the video, and the video is not even her talking about that. It's like a video of her being like, well, you know, when I went on my natural hair journey, one of the things I realized is that the weaves I was getting was actually damaging my hair. And so I sat down with, like, you know, my team, and we came up with this platform, blah, blah. But the caption, which you will read, and the video, which you probably won't play, is going to lead more people to retweeting and replying and hating on Serena Williams without knowing shit. Just being like, fuck her. So what? Black women can't get weaves? The fuck is wrong with her? That is what Josh Shapiro had happen to him in real life, and he fell for it. That's such a L, and I don't know if he's cleaned it up since, but it doesn't sound like he has.
And in fact, talking about Serena Williams, it happened to her with that shot thing that came out. How somebody wrote that post.
Jamila wrote that thing about.
And you're like, what you're saying is dumb because, like, she's not saying don't consult your doctor and all these other things. What are you talking about?
She literally said everything you're saying, and you're trying to act like you're exposing her.
Right.
It's like, what are you talking about? If you don't like her, don't like her. But don't
don't like her.
Don't trick me into thinking like I'm stupid because I just saw Serena said that. I didn't know. I was just gonna go straight to the fucking not even the pharmacy, not even my doctor. I was gonna drive straight to the drug company and walk out with some drugs with no prescription. That's what I was planning on doing.
That's not working.
Thank you, Jamil, for saving my dumb fat ass, because that's the only person that could have saved me. Like. So yeah, anyway, he fell for it, which to me seems problematic because he has been in leadership in the state when Hillary and Kamala both lost with suspect conditions, and he has never indicated publicly any inkling that he was going to investigate. Why would he not take any responsibility for not carrying the state? Does he not see his role in the party as needing to evaluate anything he could have done differently? Nope. And that's a good point. Why wouldn't you, as the person that did win in Pennsylvania, be like, man, why is my shit not resonating down to or up to the Democratic Party as a whole?
Right.
He didn't even support Philly DA Krasner, who correctly tried to stop apartheid Clyde from the scheme he set up with the $1 million lottery for votes during 2024 election. She's talking about Elon Musk. I have lived in PA my whole life. Why would he think he can win over MAGA in PA? They literally tried to burn him and his family alive this summer. Right? Somebody tried to burn his house down. And the only reason he won governor is because of Philly and Philly suburbs and Pittsburgh. Those other 60th counties and PA did not vote for him. There's a reason it is called Pennsyltucky. There are places that are sundown towns, like from Lovecraft Country, for real. Plenty Confederate flags are flying. Anyway, I'm signed up again for the holiday special. I will send another email because I need to get an easier way to download or hear behind the paywall content. Take care, Celeste. All right, well, email me.
Thank you, Celeste. And this is one reason why, not to get on my high horse, I'm very, very, very adamant about people who make blanketed statements about the South when it comes to race and racism and Confederate flags and shit like this. I fight back against that 125%. If they got white people, they have racism. No matter what state you in, no matter how free you think you are, no matter how blue your state is, if it has white people out there, you're going to have some form of racism, because not the thing is, because it has its roots in all parts of this country. So don't look me in my eye and tell me, oh, the post-South, they're the only ones dealing with racism. Bitch, no, you deal with it too. I've seen the flags in Pennsylvania flying. They fly down here too, bitch. Explain that bullshit. But racism only in the South? Kiss my ass. Like, for me, that's really my stickler, because a lot of people have those blanketed statements about the South when I'm looking like, bitch, if every one of these motherfucking 50 states got a fucking Confederate flag somewhere. You might not see it, but it's hanging somewhere.
Agreed. Preston says, I bought tickets for JL in Charlotte weeks ago. The show has been paused due to his campaign. That's a good reason. At least I can donate money to help him. Have a great Christmas. I'll see you in Karen 2026. Hopefully my third book on Living Color will be completed. I hope so. Shout out to Living Color, the band, obviously. And maybe you can come to Vegas. We'll be out there. Thomas writes in, ahoy, y'all. An old timey musket from Tommy D. And if I'm not mistaken, Tommy D, for those of y'all behind the paywall, when we do the nerd off, I think Tommy D is the dude that really loves Sea of Thieves.
Okay, I think about that every time I see a promotion. We watch like a lot of YouTube videos, and they have like a lot of free to play and all that type of stuff. And every time they think about that, I think about you, baby.
Sea of Thieves is like a pirate simulator game. It's like an open world, multiplayer online game where you play as a pirate with your friends online. He goes to the cons. Like when they have Sea of Thieves con, and he go out there and they be all dressed up and shit. So he sent this. Ahoy, y'all. Musket, doubloons, homie, you're speaking my language. I hope he was drunk on grog while robbing that shop. I felt that news segment. It also gave me an excuse to share that one time I cosplayed being a pirate. So I don't know if this is a Sea of Thieves thing or just him just is a pirate enthusiast, but it's him with
this
the
is
hat.
like One Piece.
Right. Like, they out here pirating.
Hilarious.
We love to see it, man.
Yes, enjoy life. Like child, yes, enjoy life. Do some fun shit. Adulting can suck sometimes. Do some enjoyable shit.
And because I love you, Miss Crisable, I'm gonna read this long ass chapter. But don't ever take me for granted again. You be writing up here reading me for filth, and then I gotta read 10 minutes of it. Like, come on. Give your boy a break.
That's hilarious.
Mother Plucking Tired is the title. Okay. I have been quiet and kept it cute with regard to the anti-black, anti-common sense propaganda against chicken prepping. I feel like at the start of the holiday season, which is my book, is Halloween, y'all off drum beat against proper ancestor approved prepping for chicken has intensified. Y'all let that AI or non-big mama having black reporter from the AP validate this non-problem. No, I'm gonna have her on the show now. I'm gonna reach out to her. We need to save y'all from yourselves.
She probably will come on the show.
These scientists, in quotes, okay, Joe Rogan, Aaron Rodgers, okay, Aaron Rodgers. These scientists, out of the myriad of issues, choose to target big mamas and us big mamas in training. First of all, they're not only talking about this. This is the only thing you care about. These are the same people that told you to get vaccinated, to wear a mask, to social distance, and you did all that shit. But now because it's your issue, you sound now you sounding like Joe Rogan because it's your issue. Okay, RFK Jr., RF Keisha. GTFOH, get the fuck out of here and focus on Big Mama your arm instead of Big Mama's arm movement while she clean the chicken. Is Big Mama diabetes linked to chicken cleaning? No. Is cleaning chicken linked to those trash black maternal health rates? No. The survey says the primary reason is systemic racism and not watch chicken. Try again, Poindexter. I just want y'all to know that those arguments won't work on me because these same scientists are the people that are concerned about those issues and raising them to the rest of us. And then also that has nothing to do with the video. You can watch chicken and be informed about diabetes and black maternal health rate, but nice try. Then she put, we are losing recipes. Okay, let me chill. But it's so long after this, I know she didn't chill.
She still had more to say. Hilarious.
But I feel my breaking point was a Karen Hunter show Rod was on yesterday, spreading new Negro nonsense like some I never watched my chicken like y'all Neanderthalogic Negroes with your pinky up. I was thinking about calling, but I was moving about and squirrel. I don't know if it's the meds, the 20-hour fasting every day this week, or the now brown liquor, but the light bulb spark. It's probably the salmonella in your brain. Y'all new Negroes don't cook bone in, skin on chicken, or y'all somehow get bone in, skin on chicken without feathers, or that yellow film that especially appears on the chicken knees or ankles. What parts of chickens are y'all? What? The knees and the ankles? You eating chicken feet with that? Hey, or whatever the bottom of the drumstick is called, and of course the excess fat, because it literally hurts my brain to think y'all defeather and defilm your chicken, but don't do something other than cook it after y'all do that. My brain simply cannot comprehend y'all not defeather. Y'all have, so hold on. I just want to be clear, because this hasn't happened to me. Y'all chickens have feathers on them when y'all buy them? Mine does not.
Nope. Mine does not.
So I don't know if y'all shopping in a different part of the chicken now and I'm just missing it. I haven't had this experience. I'm sure if I had to defeather my chicken, I would possibly think differently about this. But my biggest thing is I probably would never buy chicken from a place that chicken still have feathers on it. Are the chickens still alive? Are y'all at an open air market? Is this where the COVID came from? Is y'all was out here with the open air chickens? I just don't shop there. Publix don't got the feathers on the chickens.
No, I'm not doing the whole. A lot of times we do pieces. We don't do whole chicken.
Yeah, but hey, whatever you into. Let's see. So keep it mindful and not comparing the deferring y'all bonus. So keep it mindful and demure, whatever. What I'm going to ask to be productive in this conversation is, what do y'all, and I mean the house husband Rod, do after you defeather and defilm and fat your chicken? Or what brand of chicken do y'all get that has zero feathers or stringy thing feathers were on and zero scum or film on it? I'm gonna be honest, I hate to sound so privileged. I wouldn't even know how to begin to answer that question, because I've literally never had this experience with any chicken I've bought. I have never been like, what the fuck is this feather still doing on here? So maybe that's the answer. Maybe maybe I need to go down to A&P or wherever the feathers is still on it, and I will be like, I gotta wash this chicken. Now, scientifically, one of the saddest parts about all this, I mean, it's facts. It's just, I'm sorry, but it is facts. It is true, and it's unfortunate that y'all making me come out of the fun and talk about some real shit. But the water and the vinegar and all, none of that kills bacteria. The kind of bacteria that's in the chicken that y'all are so worried about washing off, it doesn't get washed off by that. So yeah, you might wash your chicken or whatever. It is the actual cooking of it to 165 degrees or whatever that kills those bacteria and those germs. The water actually allows it to transfer, meaning if you don't get that water from your sink, I guess, 100% spick and span, you wash a dish in there, you could actually cross contaminate. You wash vegetables in there or something, you have to make sure you get it 100% clean. And I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying it's possible that somebody doesn't.
Right, that somebody doesn't.
So I get why the science people is like, don't do that shit. Because if it's like the video of in COVID where they were like, maybe you could spread COVID through the bathroom, and people started putting up scientists put out video illustrations, but one of them wasn't really about COVID. It was just like, if you pee standing up, here's what happens in your bathroom. And it was horrifying, because a bunch of microscopic piss particles flying all over the motherfucking room. And they were like, you know how to
cover up their toothbrushes.
Right. They say, you know how to stop it? Sit down when you pee. And I'm sure every man sounded like you sound right now, trying to defend black people. Like, I'm a man, and this how the ancestors, I ain't never got sick from peeing on my face from the spray. I'm like, okay, they just trying to tell you the right way to do it. It's fine. You don't have to do it. I just won't be, eating your feathery chickens or whatever, or defeathered, wherever you get them chickens from. Let's be clear. I'm clearly aware that restaurants don't do this. I mean, clean chicken, especially Chinese spots with chicken wing, pork, fried rice. But as for me in my house, I got to scrap and at least rinse my chicken or on bone-in chicken. Obviously, I clear out and disinfect my sink before and after the prep chicken. That's a lot of work, but yeah, do you? I don't do that, and I don't get sick from salmonella. So I'm not gonna be upset with your extra steps that like do your thing. It just seems like you making a lot of work out of something that scientifically doesn't matter. You might as well pray over the chicken, if that's, which many people do. But I just understand that if you told me I prayed over this chicken and then you served it to me raw, I wouldn't eat it. You see what I'm saying? Like, the prayer is not enough for me. I'm gonna need you to follow the 165-degree instructions. So you telling me you wiped the sink out is about the same to me. It's like, okay, that's cool. Is the chicken gonna be cooked to 165 degrees? That's my main issue, to be honest. Could do that. Where I get paranoid is not that part of it. And this is I have no idea if this is helpful or not. Where I get paranoid is when I cook chicken and I'm using like tongs or whatever, like say I'm cooking on a grill or something. So the first time you touch it with the tongs, the chicken is raw. And then you go to flip it with the same tongs that had touched raw chicken. Then when you get done, people will pick up the chicken with the tongs that touched the raw chicken. I switch tongs, y'all. Okay. I don't know if everybody does that. You can't. Yeah, you could clean them as well. I will literally switch my tongs. I got multiple. Too. I have like 7 sets of tongs.
That's why you have multiple sets. Yeah.
Because I be like, it untouched the raw fish. That was raw fish tongue.
Yeah.
Now we back to this the cooked fish tongue. May the tween never touch, never meet. Anyway.
Yeah, because the thing is, for all y'all, I clean extra. It's a lot of dummies out there, y'all, and so this is for the dummies that think they clean it, and then everybody gets sick.
I don't know, because all the dummies think they smart.
That's true too.
The people don't think they dumb. Everybody think they doing. Look,
doing it right.
I spray my chicken with a fire hose. Okay, good for you, motherfucking Bull Connor. But I'm just gonna follow the instructions that from the scientists and the people that are professionals. So anyway, back to this. Obviously I clear out my sink, blah, 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 prep chicken, because as one caller on Karen Hunter said, those bone fragments and whatnot, especially neck bones, but I know y'all too bougie for neck bones, probably. Correct. A lot of work, very little meat.
It is a lot of work for little meat.
It's like crunching on a random eggshell won't hurt you. I can't believe it's so long, but it's annoying. Same way with eating a chicken wing and finding that random feather, or swallowing a tiny piece of bone or grit, eating neck bones or oxtails. I guess you can wipe them down with paper towels, but now at least rinse them off afterwards. It's not soaking them in acid like vinegar or somebody's citrus juice. Those things don't actually cure any disease.
They don't kill the bacteria.
The vinegar and stuff, like, oh my God, y'all. It's just science. I'm not trying to yuck your yum. Maybe the citrus juice flavors the chicken great, but you can also. So here's what I do a lot of times. If I take chicken out of a package like that, instead of like washing it down, I have a plate that has like a edge that comes up like half an inch or so. So I put the chicken on that, then wash my hands, then I get paper towels with from off the rack or whatever, and I just dot it till it's dry, till there's no excess liquid or anything on the chicken, and then you throw away the paper towels, wash your hands again. You can, and then you take the tongs, you can season all that stuff. That's what I do, rather than, once I learned you don't supposed to wash the chicken, like, then that was an easy, like, okay, thank you for letting me know. So yeah, I get my chicken dry. I'm not just throwing a bunch of chicken juice in a pot that has been sitting in. The CDC, so my grandma, oh wait, where was she at? Wipe them paper down. You're gonna let the dweeb PhD. I love dweebs. I love nerds. I love smart people. They the best. They sexier than everybody that's stupid. So you can't trick me. You gonna let that dweeb PhD who has never handled chicken in a practical way spit? That's not. Now you just lying on this black woman. Mm-hmm. I would eat her Thanksgiving before yours. There, I said it. Mm-hmm. I said it. You made me go there.
Statement, Cotton.
You made me go there, Miss Crucible. I didn't want to go there, but you just outed yourself as a person who. That's hilarious. I don't want to eat that day Thanksgiving, because no, the chicken might not have no germs on it, but the stuffing got chicken germs on it because chicken germs been sprayed all around the kitchen, all microscopically, all in the air. I think
That's hilarious.
matter of fact, I think this non-issue first came about during that Demon's first term. Talking about Trump. Okay, yeah. I'm skipping stuff because I want to be. Oh, here we go. I swear my mom, grandmas, and aunties and them will haunt me if I fed my families and friends a drumstick with the yellow film on it. Obviously, it's not poisonous, but gross to think about. Well, first of all, did them people pass from salmonella? I just want to know. You said they gone. Was it the chicken?
Is they gone to glory?
I just want to know. You said you think the ancestors...
Death due to chicken juice?
How did their ancestors get there? I'm just saying. If the CDC and this Trump administration is so concerned about cleaning chickens, what research do they have to back up their concerns? It wasn't the CDC. It was the AP, which I still trust, but in the Trump administration hates them. So nice try. Nice try. I think they just need to mind their business. Matter of fact, I think this non-issue first came about during that Demon's first term. Think about it. The cardinal call of the person that don't want you to think about it. And additionally, I think Rod was right. Cue the music about thinking the scientists started being concerned about white people trying to imitate the practice by raisin the potato salad, and it up spraying germs and juices everywhere for the gram. I definitely do think the pictures I see where they take the attachment from the sink in the kitchen that sprays water, I have never seen a black person do.
Normally,
I've seen black people soak a chicken. I have never seen black people do the shit that they show in them videos where they just like spray the shit down like it's a shower head.
Like germs is everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like, well, obviously that's gonna kill you. I hear the concern about these new Negroes with limited proper big mama tutelage in their life, ODing the prep practice on social media, but my advice is to get off the ticky tack. Half of the BS is AI anyway. Oh yeah, I wasn't even going into the OCD that is black cleanliness on social media. It's honestly scary to me. It's
ridiculous.
And I feel like y'all are empowering some mental health issues and that y'all should leave that shit alone. When I seen the girl that like goes traveling to hotels and they be showing her like cleaning doorknob handles and shit, I'm like, ma'am, if you don't stay your ass at home and get on the medicines, what are you doing?
Hey, ma'am, you on vacation.
It's like when I go on vacation, the first thing I like to do is fumigate the room. I'm like, you should just stay at the house.
Right, because you're going into a hotel room that many other people have slept in.
Anyway, okay. I'm going to relax, relate, and release now. Well, that took too long. Just need to know what y'all do after I'll say chicken prepping because my brain can't handle y'all not scraping a little something off the bone in chicken, skin on chicken, or do y'all just cook boneless, skinless chicken? A lot of times I do, but no, I've cooked chicken that has the bone on in the skin, and like I said, I wipe it down with the paper towel to keep from splashing all over the house. If I have to cut the fat off, take a little knife, trim off the fat. Like, I don't think you sound very perplexed, but I just don't know where water even has to come into the equation, especially when I'm going to cook it past the point that bacteria can live in it. That's really the main point. Or what brand of bone in skin on chicken y'all got that has zero feathers, zero film on it? Like I said, this is not an issue I've experienced, so I can't speak to that. Thank you. Think I'm done. Heartburn is kicking in, so bye. That's not heartburn, girl. That's the salmonella. Now go on, use the bathroom because you know you got it. Just one XO. A hug, kiss for now, Miss Cristal. That's fine. You know, honestly, don't hug and kiss me till you finish cooking the chicken. You gotta take a whole shower now. You just lathered in just chicken particles from cooking your chicken. All right, you know what, I lied. One last commercial break and then we'll do the wrapped for this, and then that'll be it. Let's get into our wrapped. Okay, so we got two types of wrapped here.
For podcasts.
Well, yeah, one is Spotify for podcast. So we'll watch that together and see what that does. Let's see, rap for creators. See it now. 2025 Rap for Creators is here. Choose your show, relive your year. Okay. So I could pick any of these. Huh. Well, let's go with, of course, the Blackout Tips. There we go. Boom. Bunch of numbers for no reason.
Counting down, I guess, preparing it.
Rap for Creators 2025. Let's go. 2025 was quite the year for you.
Okay.
Little proof that hard work pays off. We had 262,000 total plays on Spotify alone.
Woohoo!
Our total audience, 9,500. I don't know how that's measured.
9.5K.
Yeah, 9,500 went up 63% increase from last year. I don't even know how that's possible.
Right, that's a big jump.
Total new audience, 6.8K, 1,000% increase. What? These numbers aren't right. What? We had as much as this. Okay, whatever. Total followers up 7%. We got almost 18,000 followers on this platform on just Spotify. Listening time, 8.3 million minutes of listening.
That's a lot of listening, y'all.
8.3 million minutes. Hours, 139,000 hours.
Wow.
Days, 5.7 thousand days. Weeks, 828 weeks. Months, 190 months. And years, y'all listen to 15 years of us.
Woo, when you calculate.
This year.
Yeah, calculate how many minutes they listen to. Yeah.
We be talking.
I guess we some talking ass niggas.
This year, one episode rose above the rest. Karen, what episode do you think will be the one that rose above the rest in all of our episodes? It doesn't even have to be one that came out last year. Just this ever.
Oh, just all the episodes?
What's the one everybody kept going back to listen to this year?
The one about that boat when they was
the Mississippi Brawl?
Yes.
That's a good one. I would have picked that. I already know the answer, so I'm not gonna guess.
Oh, okay.
And I would have never picked this. Episode 1778. This hoe got roaches in her crib review.
I remember that. Yes.
It got played 310% more than our average episode. Who found this and brought it back to life?
Somebody was looking for like the writer just typed in the name and ran across ours.
Quan Mills.
Yep, they played it.
Like,
I would have never guessed that.
I would not have guessed this in a million fucking days. Who are you people? I demand you show yourselves.
Somebody, some of them might have found this and then found us.
Right. Like, I just want to know who shared it and thank them, because it's such a fun. This is why I'm glad we keep all our archived episodes out there for people.
For them to listen to.
19% of our new audience discovered us through this episode. So there were 19% of the people who became followers and listeners because they listened to This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib review.
Maybe we need to start doing more reviews.
Maybe they listening to the audiobook, because those are on Spotify now. And then they, like, when they're searching for it, they're like, oh, let me search for people that reviewed it.
Okay, yeah. And it probably all starts popping up together. Yes.
Yeah. It says, we're still quoting it. Oh, okay. That's how I'll share it if I want to share it. I'll share it later. Let's see if there's other hot takes, love notes, everything in between. What is this? You got 248 comments.
Okay.
This hoe got roaches in her crib review got the most comments. What?
I don't even remember all the comments on that one.
What?
Lord.
When did this happen, and how did we not know? How do I see this episode? I gotta go search it on Spotify to see the comments, because now I'm like, whoa,
what happening?
Let's see. The most used emoji was thumbs up.
Okay.
United States left 240 of our comments, and we had 248, so only 8 comments from other places. February 12th, 2025, where the most comments were left. Okay. Listening Passport got a real workout. We had 73 countries that listened to us overall.
73? Woohoo!
Yeah. Your top countries were Spain, Thailand, Canada, United Kingdom, and United States. Shout out to Thailand. 5 is Spain. Shout out to Spain. Okay.
Right. Shout out to
Y'all
Spain.
know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to paella. Okay. I eat it.
Shout out to Enough for the Border, Canada.
Yeah. Hey, you hosers. Appreciate you, Canuck Duke. Top fans assemble. Your show made it to the top of many fans list. You're a top 10 show for 3,500 people.
Wow.
Top 5 show for 2,800 people. The number 1 show for 1.2 thousand people. Let's see. Our fans stream 9.2 times more than everyone else. Wow. What are these numbers here? 30% of them binge 2+ episodes in a day. Yeah, I figured like there's got to be people that just be at work, and because that's how I used to listen to podcasts. And I always say you make the podcast for you for whoever you are. And I was the person that sat in the cubicle and wanted to escape, and I would listen to just
particularly you there for 8 hours. Yeah. So I get why some people go, woo, we got a long episode. It was like shit. I used to one thing I love about Hot 5 started when I was in the office. They fuck around and have like a 4-hour episode. Like, bitch, this gonna take me to lunch. Yes.
I used to save it for Fridays. Honest to God, be like, this is gonna get me to the weekend. 30% hit play with 24 hours of a new episode. Within 24 hours of a new episode dropping.
Now I'll be on it.
That's dedication. It goes without saying your fans have great taste. Here's what else they into. They top artists. Kendrick Lamar. Okay.
Kendrick Lamar.
Beyonce.
Woohoo!
Right. Tyler the Creator. Taylor Swift. Yes, Taylor Swift. So the white girls is listening. Okay.
Yes, the white girls is listening.
I said Drake like the way they do announcements for the NBA.
That game.
They be like, Kendrick Lamar at the guard, Beyonce. And then when they get to the other team, it don't matter if it's the best nigga in the world. They be like, LeBron James.
Joker.
Top audiobooks. Well, this explains everything.
No wonder why they found that episode. Yeah.
So these is Quan Mills fans who I did interview once for Medium Talk. This is Quan Mills fans
finding us. And their top audiobooks of people that listen to the Blackout Tips are hilarious.
Pastors Eat Pussy 2. That's the number 1. Number 2, Old Thought Next Door. 3, Matriarchs, Oprah's Book Club, Tina Knowles. Sky Full of Elephants, which I've heard nothing but good things about. And The House of My Mother by Shari Frank, which that's my first time hearing of. Top shows that they fuck with other than us. The Read. Joe Budden.
We knew, we was like, yeah, we crossed off with a lot of people.
Higher Learning with Van Lathan and Rachel Lindsay. The Right Time with Bomani, and the Joe Rogan Experience, which I'm sure is on probably everybody's list because it's the number 1 podcast in the world.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, that's a good cross section of where we at. You know, this is one of the reasons I always say, like, I can only talk so bad about any other podcast because I feel like there's crossover there.
Yes, it is.
I mean, there's people that got mad I said shit about Andrew Schultz, and I'm like, I'm never gonna lie. Like, I ain't no bitch, and it's not like they wouldn't talk about however they feel like talking about it, so I'm not gonna skirt it. But I always had to keep in mind, like, we're not the only voices y'all are hearing. Okay, you might want to frame this. What is this? A 2025 marathon show. Fans listen to you for longer than 99% of other shows.
Wow.
Yeah. A 2025 talked about show. You receive more comments than 99% of other shows. Y'all right. I'm going to share these. 2025 most shared show. You receive more shares than 95% of other shows because y'all are such active listeners.
Ain't they active? Shout out to y'all on Spotify.
How do I share this one? I gotta share this. Share. Okay, I can save it. Cool. I'm gonna save this one. This was a big one for me because motherfuckers ain't doing it like this. Even the shows that are bigger than us, people aren't as engaged. You know, that's why, honestly, it's why they wanted us to do PodCon and go to Vegas and stuff, because they know y'all, man. They know y'all fuck with us hard, you know. It says Blackout Tips Podcast, your year, your fans, your story, let them in on the win. Yeah, I'll go back. I will share all these things on social media at some point. So that was fun.
Sweet.
And then YouTube sent us a year in review as well. Let me see. How do we?
It's the first time I ever did YouTube. I didn't know YouTube even did recaps.
Right. I didn't
because they don't promote it.
Yeah, and I don't know if it does the thing where it takes you through everything or not. Like, I'm trying to click on it, and it's just looked like it's an email so far.
It's an email. You click in the email, and then it tells you.
Okay.
Normally, I know that's how I did for individual.
Well, this one is like a summary. Let's see. Closer look at the community build. Create community posts. Share your 2025. In addition to create a year in review, check out the recap on YouTube. So I don't think it's as in depth as it doesn't seem to be as in depth as the Spotify one. Like this one, I'm on YouTube right now. I'm just checking it before I show y'all. Right. Yeah, it tells us like what we watched and saw on YouTube, but it's not giving me like
our page.
Yeah, okay. Like it's not giving me so I can just give y'all what I got in the email, unfortunately, because I really was hoping they gave us like a rap like Spotify did.
Yeah, and the thing about the rap, nobody really does it like Spotify. Even other apps, it's just like, this is boring.
So here's what they told us. You started your channel on August 21st, 2013, which means you've been a creator for at least 4,491 days. Many of those years we never posted on there.
We just had the page.
We just had it so nobody would steal it.
Agreed.
It says your top video, and now this is from last year, Karen. What do you think our top video from last year was?
Our top video?
Yeah, of YouTube podcast that we did that people watched the most or liked. When I say it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, of course.
I have several floating through my mind.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go through it. Silent radio is not the best anyway.
Oh, no problem. My mind was ticking. I was thinking maybe an episode with Kev on stage.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe an episode right after the election. You're talking about last year. I think what else happened. Maybe when we talked about going to Kendrick concert.
Close. It is episode 3049, Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl appreciation with Bossy Igby.
Okay.
It got viewed 1,867 times, liked 199 times, watched 912 hours, and it got us 11 new subscribers.
Good. Yay.
They also said where it all started is a video called Skilla Baby Said What? And it was one of those YouTube shorts. Now, I don't know why this is called Where It All Started, but this is the video. Baby believes that we should make crack great again.
Did he say make crack? You bullshitting. You bullshit. I remember this.
Yeah.
He said make crack great again. And you talking about a whole ass generation that lived through the crack epidemic. If you don't get the whole ass fuck out of here, no, crack should not be great again.
Oh my God.
Why the fuck you want crack to be great again?
Skilla Baby, no. Oh my God. Not
you
crack.
don't have to comment about crack then.
Oh man, tell me you ain't lived through the crack epidemic.
That's what I'm about to say.
Without telling me you. So that was where it all began this year. I guess maybe our first video. Let's see. We continue to engage and grow our community. Our subscribers are from United States, Canada, and United Kingdom. We get our age groups, 45 to 54, our age. 35 to 44, the babies that's coming into our age, the middle ages, and age groups 55 to 64. So we for old folks.
Apparently we for them old folks.
Get your young ass out of here, YouTubers. Fuck you doing in here? You ain't from around here. You want to see a dead body? The days our audience is most active: Tuesday, Monday, and Wednesday. Which I think on YouTube we post Saturday through Wednesday, so that probably makes sense. So yeah, that's our 2025 on YouTube. Thank y'all everybody that helped
shout out
us with
to
that.
the people that's dedicated to YouTube. Y'all matter.
Yeah, man. Y'all, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all be over there y'all are the reason we keep posting stuff over there. I remember being like, podcast is audio only. Why would I even record video? And I definitely don't want to put it on YouTube. It's extra work. And now look at us. We're over there doing good stuff. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening. We appreciate y'all. Tomorrow we have a guest. Sarone Russell will be here. He just had a stand-up album that dropped. I think it's called Son of Sumter. I'll try to watch that between today and tomorrow so we can interview and talk to him about it. Monday, we have Jeremy Odom on from the Laugh With Me podcast, who's also part of the Inflection Network people. So we're doing a little cross promotion with him, and then we'll see how the rest of the week goes with other podcasts and stuff like that. So thank y'all for listening. We appreciate y'all. See y'all in Vegas. April 9th through the 12th. Like I said, I'll put all the stuff in the show notes for y'all, and you can scan the QR code and all that. I'll make posts on our social media. But yeah, Vegas, baby. We're looking forward to it. All right, y'all. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. Have a good